Hi everyone, my name's Maya and this is my makeup, beauty and lifestyle channel.
Hi everyone, how are you doing? I hope you are doing well today. So, as you can tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be turning myself into a Viking, which I'm very excited about because if you guys are the same as me, I'm absolutely obsessed with the series Vikings. I think it's insane. I love the music, the style, the makeup, everything. Super cool. So, I have already attempted doing my hair, as you might be able to tell. So I've already put on my face, my eyebrows, and I'm going to continue to do the rest of the face makeup. So if you want to see how I do this, let's get started. Firstly, Firstly, I'm going to take a little bit of brown eyeshadow and sort of place it where I want my more sort of structured black lines to be, because I'm actually going to be doing war paint. So I'm not going to be any sort of normal, farmer type of Viking. I'm going to be a shield maiden who they're like warriors, but they're the female warriors. Anyway, so I'm just going to take a little bit of brown eyeshadow and just lay it out where I want the structure to be. And I'm actually following a picture that I found on Pinterest. And I actually don't want it to be too sort of artificial. I want it to look a little bit more natural and sort of like I've thrown it on my face, but a little bit more glam. It's going to look a little bit weird now until I have the more sort of structured black lines going on. Sometimes I really wish I was able to use my left hand properly, because it would be so easy to get more angles. Like if I could use both hands. I mean, I can use both hands, but like, you know what I mean? If I was ambidextrous. That's the word. I have to say, doing this type of makeup makes you feel really empowered. I mean, I look crazy, but I feel great. That's what all the crazy people say. So I'm actually just applying a little bit more brown as like a base layer, so I can sort of blend out the black a little bit easier, because I don't want it to be just black, because it's going to be quite contrasting if you just have black and then like my pale skin. Okay, now I'm going to go underneath my eyes and create a little bit more structure. Very interesting facial expression. Actually going to take another brush, one that's a little bit flatter so I can get straighter lines. That's better. So these brown lines don't have to actually be very perfect, because you can sort of touch them up with the black anyway. This is just like a base layer. So after I finished watching Vikings, I did a little bit of research, and during the filming of Vikings, all of the guys in the cast had like a prank war going on, and it was because they've got the actual clips of the pranks on YouTube if you guys want to go check it out, and it's so funny the stuff that they did. It's so cool to see like you can have that much fun on set. Okay, now I'm just going to sort of smoke out the brown a little bit, just around sort of closer to the eye. And now I'm taking the same shade of brown and just applying a little bit slightly above my crease. And during the Viking times, they actually didn't have any makeup or paints or anything like that. So they used charcoal as their form of war paint. And then I think they had blue and red and white dye, so they were able to use that for other forms of war paint as well. I'm so wisdomous. Okay, now moving on to the eyes, I'm just taking some black eyeliner, which is going to be a pain to get off, but oh well. Okay, now I'm taking some black eyeshadow and just blending out the edges of the eyeliner, and I want this edge here to be somewhat more structured, so I'm just going to be careful about where I blend. I'm going to focus on blending it outwards instead of upwards. Okay, so I've just finished doing my other eye. I'm now going to move on to the black part of the forehead, and I'm using the same brush that I used to apply the eyeliner with to actually just blend it out a little bit with no extra product. Now I'm going to take some black eyeshadow and go all over where I just put that black. And now I'm just making sure that this black part down here is really opaque, because then I want to actually move on to doing underneath the eyes. They probably just got charcoal on their fingers and literally just went like this, and then it was done. Okay, now I'm just going to create a little bit more structure to my nose. This side is so difficult to do. I'm actually going to see if I can do it with my left hand. Nope, not doing it, not working. But it's the thought that counts. Okay, that'll do, donkey, that'll do. Okay, moving on to underneath the eyes. Okay, now I'm just packing on eyeliner under my eye. Just dragging this down a little bit more, and then I'm gonna add black eyeshadow. Okay, now I'm gonna create the lines and the structure on my forehead. I don't know if you guys can actually see, but I've got a scar right there. And that's actually from when I was born. I didn't want to come out, if you will. And so the doctors decided to use forceps, or basically like barbecue tongs. And I had a set here and I had a set here. And I think I've actually probably got like a dent somewhere in like the middle of my head. And then I had a set here, and that's what that scar is from, because they had to basically pull me out with the barbecue tongs, which is quite funny. Okay, now I'm just adding a little bit of mascara. Moving on to doing the lips, and I'm just gonna take, this is the Soft Matte Lip Cream by NYX, and any sort of nude color will do. Okay, now I'm just taking a little bit of brown cream paint and a bit of setting spray and my sort of eyebrow eyelash tool brush, and I'm just gonna flick some freckles on. Wait. Just dropped something on the floor. Ooh, it really gets like under your nail when you do this. I think I might actually use a little bit of black cream paint as well. I think the black will just intensify it a bit more. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted. Okay, so now I'm just gonna do the sort of flicky freckles that I just did, but with some gold. And I'm really hoping this is gonna work. I have no idea. That didn't work at all. But it's okay, because we keep trying. If this doesn't work, I'm just gonna dot it on. You see, it's working. You can see it, but only if you get really close. Oh, my finger works. I'll do it very lightly. Okay, now I've done the flicky freckle stuff, which I think maybe worked out somewhat well. I'm now going to create a line going straight down the middle of my mouth. I want to make it thicker, but I don't want to mess it up. Thick is good, thick is good. Okay, there, that's better. I'm leaving it like that. If I touch it anymore, I will mess it up. I look like a badass and I love it. Okay guys, so this is the finished look on my face. I will now be going off to battle. Don't come at me. I'll be there. Watching.
Brilliant.